Welcome to BTech. It is Basil here with the Samsung Galaxy Note Pro 12.2. 12.2 because you have a 12.2-inch display on this thing. It's a beast. The biggest Android tablet that we've come across. So let's take a look inside because there is a lot to cover. Starting with the design, you can see it's got traditional Samsung styling with two capacitive buttons either side of the physical home button at the base. Front-facing camera and sensor up top, and the screen is an AMOLED 2560 by 1600 panel. We'll come on to the user interface in a bit, but suffice to say you can see Samsung has revamped it with their new Magazine UX. On the right-hand side, you've got a micro SD card slot, as well as a micro SIM tray for the 4G version and a micro USB port for charging. You've got stereo speakers either side. On the left, no buttons, but you do have that 3.5mm jack. Down below, no buttons or ports, while up top is an infrared blaster, volume rocker and power button. Flipping the tab around, you can see an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera, flash and a faux stitching pattern as found on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. Now jump inside the screen and you can see Samsung's new user interface. It's got KitKat for starters, that's Android 4.4, so all Google's applications, but you also have this Magazine UX. It's enhanced over the original TouchWiz by providing a much more visual, much louder, and supposedly, according to Samsung, easier to get to grips with user experience than that found in traditional Android devices. What do I mean? Well, we've got these really big tiles here, long press for example, and you can resize it, acquire a big bold UI, and it looks like a magazine, so it does explain the name. You can add new ones by jumping into the widgets, and you can change the layout quite easily. You've also got some advanced multitasking, swiping from the right hand side, and you can drag multiple applications into frame, and therefore you can have up to 4 applications going on all at the same time. And finally, if you just want a floating window, simply tap on one of them, say email, and it'll pop up a floating window that you can resize and drag, etc. It's a very busy, but it is quite a nice, potentially useful user interface. This thing has 3 GB of RAM, thank goodness, because with all this UI it would be grinding to a halt otherwise. There's also a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 processor in there, it being a Note. You've also got the S Pen as well, so Samsung have loaded it up with a whole bunch of applications as they did with the Note 3. Such as Sketchbook Pro, for example, for the Galaxies, and you've also got S Note. There it is. So if we open up S Note quickly, we can very easily see creating a new note is a piece of cake, and we can start drawing. It's a really intuitive experience. And the big screen coupled with the 1024 levels of pressure sensitivity means you should be able to create something quite nice if you have that artistic flair. Given the screen size, it actually does feel like the best pen input device that we've seen to date, just from our first impressions so far. First impression of the build quality, it feels quite plasticky, there's no getting around that, but it does still feel solid, better than old Samsung tablets. All in all, we're really impressed. Such an immersive screen, it's powerful as well. You've got LTE, it'll be really interesting to see the pricing. Also in the UK it may not have a Qualcomm processor, the Wi-Fi version will have a Samsung Exynos 5 chip. Thanks for watching, I've been Basil with BTech. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you've got any questions and you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you fire them in the comments section below. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can also like the video and subscribe to the channel for more of the same. And make sure you head over to btech.com where you'll find the latest news, reviews and some very cool smartphone and tablet deals as well.